Andrea Heuston here. I am the hostess of the Lead Like a Woman show, where I feature strong, amazing, brilliant, and creative female leaders and how they're changing our world for the better. We have over 40,000 people on social media who are sharing our message of empowering female leaders to empower others. And I'd love it if you keep sharing. Follow the show right now as you listen, share it with a friend, and if you're so inclined, we would love a 5-star review on Apple. In this episode, this is exciting, ladies. We're going to talk about panties. All right. Are you intrigued? Because I am. But before we get to that, this episode is brought to you by Artitudes. Are you a woman who wants to start a business, or do you already own one? Artitudes has a special offer for you. Learn to pitch for funding and for sales with our women-owned package. It includes content and speaker coaching and a pitch or sales presentation so that you can win with confidence. You can find it at artitudes.com/women-owned. And that is women with an E. It's collective, my friends. And the best way to find me is just go ahead and type hashtag Lead Like a Woman in your search bar. And for some reason, it's kind of magic. I come up. Whereas always follow me on LinkedIn. So today, like I said, panties. Panic Panties is a certified women-owned business that was founded in 2019 by Maria Marino, Alex Bernstein, and Katherine Ann Conley, three best friends in Syracuse Universe. It is a universe over there, Syracuse University alumni. It was during their days living in Manhattan as young professionals that they discovered a lack of attractive underwear options in the places they needed them most. The company is the first premium ready-to-wear underwear brand with a presence in airports, boutiques, hospitals, select Walgreens, and now 5,000 CVS stores across the country. With over 16 million brand hashtag views on TikTok, the company's flagship product, Panic Panties, has been celebrated by customers and industry experts alike for their innovation and branding. They were also winners of the Women Business Enterprise National Council National Pitch Competition for Innovation, named Hot Undergarments by Star Magazine, and have been recognized as a brand on the rise by Ad Age. I had a chance to read that one. It was a very good article. Ladies, welcome to the Lead Like a Woman show.
Thank you.
I'm glad to have you here. So we met a few years ago, not in Denver, it was somewhere else, but it was at a WeBank, which is Women Business Enterprise National Council, I'd rather say WeBank, event. And I was really intrigued by what you're doing because you are what we call in a blue ocean. So I don't know if you've heard of this concept, but there's a red ocean. And the red ocean is where all the products are already. You know, there's so much out there. It's crowded. You can't stand out. The fish all look the same. But that blue ocean, that strategy that you chose, the way, the path that you are carving is where nobody else is. Where nobody else is doing it like you're doing it. So I am really excited to feature Panic Panties today. So 3 women in a panic. That's one of the taglines, and I absolutely love it. But I want to know, how did you come up with the idea for Panic Panties?
Yeah, I can totally take that one. So we really were 3 women in a panic. So as you said, we are 3 real life best friends. We were all living and working in New York City at the time. And we were just constantly running from the gym to happy hours, to work, to traveling, to dates, to everything in between. And we constantly found ourselves in need of a pair of panties on the go. And really the kind of light bulb moment happened. We were at dinner one night and Alex was telling us about her morning. She had a terrible morning. She had taken a gym class and had forgotten a pair of underwear to change into and had to be here. Like, you know, there was no time. Like it was like 7 a.m. She had to be there for like an 8 a.m. meeting or something. She couldn't run home. So she ran into a drugstore to grab a pair of underwear and all they had were like a 6-pack of cotton granny panties.
Granny panties, ew.
Right. And they're not washed. And it's like, she was like, I just needed one single pair. And we were kind of joking with her and we were saying, you're in a panic and you need panties. And we really had that light bulb moment because we realized collectively all of these different times in which we actually needed a pair of underwear on the go. But when you need something in a pinch, you're not going to, you know, a department store, you're not going to Victoria's Secret, you're running to a convenience store, but they don't have the options you actually want to wear. So we saw the gap in the market to really create like a pair of underwear we actually wanted to wear at an affordable price point that was pre-washed, style, premium fabrics. And we created it. So really we hit the ground running truly the next day.
That is amazing. The next day you went, all right, here's a need in the market. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Wow. So getting from where you were, and you all had careers, you were in careers in New York City. I mean, Maria, you were working as copy editor at magazines, doing things like that. Alex, you were in accounting, a CPA even. And then Katherine Ann, you worked in the entertainment agency space. So these are all very disparate parts, but all of that knowledge and that creativity that you have could come together to move forward into a brand.
Froze.
Oh, there you are. We froze for a second. Don't worry, we'll get that cut out. So I don't know if I know it recorded me, but so we're okay. But I was saying that each of those pieces, each of those different careers, they came together. They were disparate parts, but they came together to help create a company and a brand. And now you all wear different hats, but you move together. So I want to know, hitting the ground running the next day, what is the first thing for you all that went right? I'm going to hand this one to Alex. What do you think?
Oh. Well, I think we really, for a while, we've always kind of been entrepreneurial, and for a long time, we were looking for the next idea for us. Like, we always wanted to have our own business, and we had that entrepreneurial drive. And so for us, like, the biggest thing that went right was an idea that we were passionate about that solved a problem. And we knew it solved not just a problem for us, but for like so many of our friends and women that we had talked about. So for us, it was like, wow, okay, we have an idea and it's actually a good one. So that was a success.
It's actually a good one. I like that. Oh my goodness. So that was the first thing that went right. But if you fast forward a little while, you've been doing this now for a few years and you're winning. I'm going to say you're just winning. You've won competitions. You've been in ad age. You're getting press. Things are moving forward. So when you look back a couple years at what was going on and what's different now, where would you say what's going right now? What's happening, Maria, that makes you happy and excited for the future?
Yeah, honestly, I think it's the momentum that we have. We're a team of 3. We're super lean. We're full time. It's just us. And so the fact that when we started the company, Walgreens and CVS were like our dream accounts, being in those same drugstores where Alex was running that day where she needed panties. And so the fact that those were really our first big accounts that we got as a company, our first accounts, really, like Walgreens, 75 stores we're in, and then CVS 5,000, and that happening. So almost like seamlessly, not that it's not without challenges, every day is a challenge, but it just really proved that this is such a need in the market. And for us to be able to offer something to women who were in our shoes makes us so happy. Like when we hear that a woman, ran to a store, found us in a time of need. Same thing with our airport business, which we're really But I would say those key distribution points so kind of early on in our business on, a bigger scale is really awesome.
It definitely is. Well, I want to hear a little bit about the panties. So you've got 2 lines. You've got the originals and the essentials. So who would like to take this one? But give us an overview of the products.
I can do that since I'm product development.
All right, Maria.
So we have our originals line, and that's what we launched with. And also Panic Panties are great because we heard from our customers, they love to keep them in their purse, their car, their desk, their luggage. So not only do you just buy a pair when you need it, but you can also discreetly stash them away.
Yep. So I have 2 pair. I'm just going to say, I'm putting it out there. I have 2 pair. They're great. Yay. Anyway, keep going.
Which style do you have? Do you have the bikini or
I have the bikini. Yeah.
Awesome.
Love them.
Nothing like putting a woman on the spot and be like, are you a thong girl? Or are you?
It depends on the day, but the ones I have for Panic Panties are definitely the bikini.
Our bikini's the best seller for sure.
Nice.
So originals, is sold online. It's sold in our boutique business. It's a little bit trendier packaging wise and more discreet. And so that's what we launched with. But then we realized that as we were launching into drugstores and those kind of the places where consumers have 0.3 seconds to make a decision, our packaging needed to be a little bit more obvious. So we created our essentials line. and with that side of our branding. And so our panties in general we're so proud of them because it's what we wear every day. So they're premium styles. We modeled them after like a $20 pair of underwear, but personally we would never spend that.
Right.
They're certified free of toxins and chemicals.
I love that.
Most styles have an antimicrobial cotton lining, and that will be rolling out across all of them. We carry sizes 2 to 26. Size inclusivity is really important to us, as it should be to everyone, and we're always looking to expand. And yeah, it's just really a high quality pair of underwear that you'll want to wear again and again.
Amazing. So now the essentials, those are the ones in CVS and Walgreens, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And those are at that price point, right? They're $9.95 or something close to that, correct?
About $9.99. Mm-hmm.
About $9.99. That's amazing. And I can tell you, there's so many women I know, and in my younger days too, you go into, the convenience store after your workout, or, there's other reasons too, right? And you're like, oh, good. Those panties are kind of gray or beige and very large. And so this is a whole different option. It's a better option for people, and it's stylish. But it's also, as you said, it's good for you in a way, or it's good for the environment as well. So the perfect spare pair. I like that line as well. I think that's fabulous. So tell me what you're doing to get the word out. All right. So who's doing PR? All right, Katherine, tell me what you're doing to get the word out.
We're doing a lot of different things. I would say, let's see, what are we doing? So you mentioned we're an ad age. We were just in Star Magazine, so we're kind of going the traditional PR route, but then we're also doing a lot of events. So there's a lot of walking clubs across the country in different cities where women, communities of women get together and go on walks. And so we're really trying to become a presence in those markets, and whether that's providing product or sponsoring them, or even going to those walks ourselves and being a presence. So really kind of trying to tap into local communities of women, and kind of talk to people that way. We also have a massive costume, like life-size costume of our panty packaging.
I'm sorry, really? That's fabulous.
Yeah, if you check out our socials, you'll definitely see all three of us wearing it in different key markets.
Oh my God, that's funny.
We've worn that up and down the Vegas Strip. We've worn that in Times Square. We've worn that. And so that's one way. Another way is through content, in engaging on social media across our multiple platforms, and trying to create content that is viral, that stands out, that creates a conversation that's really engaging, that people want to share. So we're kind of hitting all these different touch points. And really the key is to engage with our community. Like our product is so personal. It's every woman has come up to us and has told us about a time they needed a spare pair of underwear. The amount of women that have told us that they need to wash their underwear in sinks in airports. We were like, we have a better way, but it's just really personal, right? It could be that time of the month. You could want to freshen up. It could be an unexpected sleepover. It could be you had a crazy travel day. It could be Alex's example where she went to a gym class. It's a personal, you have a visceral reaction to a time that you needed a spare pair of underwear. Yeah. So really engaging with our communities, and like I said, on social or in person, to have people, it's a safe space to share and to laugh and to commiserate about being a woman and the messy craziness, and really
you're solving a problem.
Exactly.
Solving a problem
starting a conversation and just saying, we've been there. We literally have been there. We're laughing. We like to say we panicked so you don't have to.
That's a good line too.
Yeah. Any way that we can do that with our community and our audience is kind of how we're reaching.
Yep. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And you know what? You're also doing something to help the environment. So I love the social aspect. Companies that do that are the companies that are lasting. They're the companies that are making a mark. And you fund ocean cleanups, correct?
Yeah.
Who would like to, I want to hear a little bit more about that, Maria.
I'll jump in there. Yeah. So for our panties in general are, like I said, free of toxins and chemicals. Yeah. We worked with an OECO-TEX certified factory, so that's really important to us. And then when we were creating our essentials line, we were looking for sustainable packaging, which is actually much harder than you would think to find something that's truly sustainable, not just greenwashing, not just saying it is. So our packaging. Alex found this factory, so she can definitely jump in after I make a couple notes. But they're free of top. They're sort of, yes, they fund ocean cleanups. Our factory. Yep. So they take the same amount of packaging that we're creating. They take the same amount of plastic out of the ocean. Our packaging is carbon neutral. It's made of recycled materials. So that's super important to us. And then we also have, besides the packaging, we have a underwear recycling program on our website. So if you have any kind of underwear, worn, tattered, stained, whatever, from any other brand that you're looking to get rid of, you can mail it to us. We'll send you a mailing. Wow. Mail it to us. We'll take it. We'll recycle it the way that it needs to be so that it doesn't end up in landfills. And then we will give you a percentage off your next order for Panic Panties.
Well, now that's fantastic too. I love that. Well, okay, Alex, tell us a little bit about how you found production. How did you deal with that?
Production in like our manufacturer in general.
Yes, manufacturing.
That is a whole journey in and of itself.
I'm sure.
We are working with an incredible supplier, but honestly, it took a long time to get there. And we've had 2 other factories along the way. And honestly, they've all kind of stemmed from a connection of Maria's from the past, or somebody Maria knows, and they all fell into our laps exactly when we've needed them. Like, our first one was great, and then we had to transition, and this one came in and saved the day for us, and we worked with them for a while, and then something with that wasn't working out, and we had another connection that kind of fell into our laps, and it actually has all stemmed from Maria in a way. And it's been a journey, but we really have an incredible, really reliable factory. They do a fantastic job, and we're very lucky.
You are, absolutely, because that's hard. And it won't be, I was going to say the first time, it won't be the last time you have to do something or have to move quickly. And I totally understand that. Yeah, manufacturing is a different sort of beast. Absolutely.
Yeah, so, for sure. And international shipping, it's a journey for sure.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's been fun. It's been fun.
I want to know, though, as I'm looking at what you're doing now and what's happening in the CVS stuff that's going on, what's next for Panic Panties? Maria, I'm going to let you take that one. What's in development? Anything you want to share?
Yeah. So what's interesting about our brand and really unique is that we started with retail first. So, the whole point of Panic Panties is to be sold when and where women need us most. Yeah. So we took off running in that direction, but we kind of ignored the online side of the business. Yeah. And then we have so many customers coming to us and saying, where can we get these? Where can we stock up? Where can we buy them for gifts and bachelorettes, which is a great use case.
That's a great use case. I love that.
Yeah, it's great for gifting, stocking stuffers, all of those. So we, I kind of threw together a website for us, but we didn't really invest the time and money into growing D2C. And so I think that's such a huge opportunity, and we have such a demand there. We want to be able to send really awesome emails and great promotions and just give that side of the business the love that it deserves. That's also, I think, going to really help us grow. Also, retail is really, it's inconsistent. It's been really great for us, thank God, but it is hard to just fully put all of your eggs in one basket. So it'll be really great to differentiate our business in that way. So we're hiring kind of a D2C side of the business team to help us grow, and we're really excited to see how that takes off, running ads, all of that fun stuff that we have not yet tapped into.
All right, I love it. So listeners, just so you know, D2C means direct to consumer.
Thank you.
No worries. There's B2B and D2C. Well, there's also B2C, but we won't go to all of them. B2B is business to business, and that's how they're getting into retail. D2C is directly to you, and we will share where you can find those shortly, because there's actually quite a few places, including online, and they have some really, really good deals for you right now, which is also fun. I love that. All right, so I want to know also, what would you say, and I'm going to pump this one to Katherine Ann this time, is the biggest milestone so far that you're proud of with Panic Panties?
I would say the biggest milestone thus far has been CVS. As Maria stated earlier, this was a dream account. It was the reason we created this brand. It was It was, we want to create underwear that is in convenient places for women, so anytime, anywhere, they can grab a fresh pair of underwear.
Yeah.
And we are taking one thing off their plate. They don't have to search. They don't have to run to multiple places. So to have secured distribution in 5,000 CVS locations nationwide. I mean, we're really available to people everywhere. And, being a small, nimble team of 3, there were these, getting into CVS and kind of making that connection and actually, getting that distribution absolutely was the milestone. It was the dream account. And so that's it thus far.
And can I add on to that?
Of course.
That's exactly it. And I will just never get over walking into CVS and seeing our product there, because I'm just like so proud of like, this pair of underwear is so incredible. And I can't believe it's available at a place like a CVS. It blows my mind. And so I really, we're so proud of that.
Well, it started with you, Alex. It started with you.
It's true.
All of us, we all had our fair share of undie problems.
Undie problems. I like it. Panic Panties, undie problems. There we go. So, I want to know, we've all had mentors in our lives because we wouldn't be where we are without other people lifting us up. I truly believe that. So I would love it if each of you would share a piece of advice you've been given that still works in your head, that still resonates with you to this day, that you use. And I'm going to let you decide who's going to go first. Otherwise, I'll call on someone who's not ready. So it would be Alex,
right.
Maria, or Katherine Ann. Who wants to go?
I can go first.
All right, Alex.
Okay. So for me, Sarah Blakely has always been just a role model, an inspiration. Not even because we overlap in this type of industry, but I just have always loved her drive, her ability to create a company completely self-funded on her own and like 100% ownership, has held on to it all these years until recently. And I just, what I would say I've learned from her is like don't take no for an answer. She had so many no's, and so many people be like, what are you doing? This is crazy. What are these? And I think you don't take no for an answer. And sometimes it takes a year to get a yes, but I think that not taking no for an answer has been really helpful in kind of all the hurdles that come with owning your own business and trying to get into retail. And yeah.
I like that. Don't take no for an answer. All right.
That Sarah says, Alex, to your point, is her dad used to have her come home from school every day and say, like, what did you lose today? Or like, how did you mess up today? Or it was something like that. And she would say, and so he was basically saying like giving her props for trying versus and failing, or like, how did you fail today? That was it.
How'd you fail today? Yeah. I call it failing forward, because if you're not failing, you're not moving.
Exactly.
I like that one. All right, Katherine Ann, what do you think?
Maria, was that yours?
Was that yours, Maria, or?
Well, yeah, it was going to be part of mine, but I can do a quick pivot. So I would
do
say,
it.
We've talked to so many people and so many amazing women who have like just taken time out of their lives to help support us on our mission. But I would say my mom is my biggest mentor. She's just her resilience. She's a businesswoman, but she also raised a child with special needs and went through loss and all these crazy things in her life. And the resilience that she's had to just get up and keep going and to make every day like as great as she can. I think she's always like showing me that no matter what happens, you can just persevere. And when you're creating something that you truly believe in, that's just your guiding light, is just to, continue forward.
Keep moving forward. I agree. That's a good one too. All right, Katherine Ann, what do you think?
This is going to sound crazy, but I feel like I've learned the most from these two.
That's beautiful though. Stop for a second. I'm just going to have you stop. That's a beautiful tribute to your business partners. Go ahead, Katherine.
Well, Alex said earlier, we were always entrepreneurial, and really she's referring to her and Maria. They had a kickboxing business before we started Panic Panties. Yeah. So they were just like so hungry to have this idea. And I was like, I'm good with my 9 to 5. Like, you please have fun. But I've joined in on this crazy ride. And I think what I've learned from them is where there is a will, there is a way.
Ah, yeah.
So I guess it kind of goes along with the don't take no for an answer, but the amount of obstacles that we have run into that truly we could have thrown in the towel. Yeah. Even I'm thinking in the early days, our packaging, there was reasons we don't need to get into, but we had to literally stick, like the branding had to be stickered on to like the first iteration of the packaging. I'm talking like hand stickering hundreds of packages. Wow. And like, it wasn't even a question of like, are we going to continue this business? It's like, all right, how many stickers are we going to get through today? Or when our packaging, we got thousands of inventory and it wasn't perforated, meaning like you couldn't open it.
Oh, I know. Wow.
Or hand perforating the packaging. And those are just examples of like physical things, but there are even Alex was talking about the, like finding a production, where to production, like there are so many ways that you could have thrown in the towel. And there are, of course, like, you've been like, this is so hard. There's no friggin' way we're going to do this. And literally we'll stop at nothing to make it happen. And it's really, really like an incredible life lesson, I think. So, well,
that speaks to what Maria said about perseverance as well. So where there's a will, there's a way. Do not take no for an answer. Persevere. I like what did you fail at today? If you really think about that every day, what did you fail at? It's now you're grateful for those failures. Mm-hmm. You're not stunted by them. You're not stopped by them. So I think you all are rocking the category and you're going to go far. It's such an amazing, amazing product. And it's a necessary one. Like I said, it's a blue ocean strategy. So that means the world is your oyster. Take it. It's amazing to me. So I'm going to ask each of you this question and I'll call on you. But, I believe really, truly that every woman has a superpower because we do. We just have to know what it is and know how to use it. So, Katherine Ann, what's your superpower?
My superpower is storytelling.
Oh,
total storyteller at heart. I literally can make going to the grocery store like a 5-part saga. I most likely will.
That's funny.
It's my bread and butter. Like I can
make people laugh. She can make through storytelling. She just makes us laugh all the time. And it's just the chief vibe officer too. So.
Yeah, it's a gift.
Yeah, I bring the vibes. We joke I'm the chief vibe officer.
I like that. I read something that said your vibe attracts your tribe. Look at your tribe. You've got a good vibe.
I need that like as a bumper sticker. But yeah, definitely storytelling. I can tell any story. I love seeing the world through stories. It's how I understand people. I love hearing other people's stories and I love making people laugh. And I also love being able to tell our brand story through our brand. So storytelling is mine.
And that's so important. What a great superpower to have. Well, Alex, I'm going to ask you next. What is your superpower?
I would say finding solutions. I don't know. There's not.
That's a good one.
100%.
Like, I don't panic when things go wrong. I mean, sometimes, but like, honestly, I think that I am my calmest when things go wrong and that I can like find solutions. And I don't know. I think it's really come in handy for the business because so much has gone wrong.
100%.
Super valuable
and we
as
have
well.
Found a way.
Where there's a will, there's a way. All right, Maria, you can bring us home.
Yeah. Well, thank God for Alex because I panic. I freak out. And she's really like, she goes into solution mode so quickly. She's like, okay, this is an opportunity. We're going to figure this out.
Right.
By the way, this is like in personal life too. Like I'll be like, oh my God, I don't have like a dress to wear for this wedding. And she'll send me like 15 links or she'll be like, I'll mail you my entire closet. This is like a life thing too. So sorry.
Yeah.
As is Katherine Ann's storytelling, like never a moment when we're hanging out. Okay, so I usually say my superpower is sleep because I can no matter what's going on, but I'm going to give you something better than that. I think connecting with people and like just being able to go deep with people and find connections for myself and for us as a business, but then also to give back to people and help connect them with others that could be helpful. I'm like super introverted by nature. And I think the two of them could probably say that I've changed a lot since our days of being in New York. And I think building a business has been a big part of that. But like, I love being in the community. I love meeting new people. And I think I do a good job of finding us new factories.
Yeah. She does. She does a great job with that, and so many other connections that we've had. So yeah, she's, you know, the networking has become, it's like also not something that was ingrained in you. Like you have not always been this way. So it's the coolest to see how you've transformed into that. And like, that is one of your really strong, your superpower, one of your superpowers. Really is.
Do you know, you all are so supportive of each other. It's such a beautiful thing to see with people who are best friends, but also who work together, who've created a thriving, growing company in a brand new category. So I'm really, really impressed. You know, we've had a fabulous conversation with the Panic Panty founders today. That would be Maria Marino, Alex Bernstein. Bernstein or Bernstein, may I ask?
Bernstein.
I got it right the first time. All right, Alex Bernstein. And Katherine Connolly, the founders and the force behind Panic Panties. All right, Panic Panties, where can we find you online?
You can find us at panicpanties.com. If you're looking to shop for us IRL in real life at CVS or any of our other retailers, there's a store locator right on our website. And we also have a really cute $2 off coupon at CVS because everybody loves the deal. And then for our socials, of course, at Panic Panties for Instagram and at panic.panties for TikTok.
Nice. Well, I'm excited to follow you on all of the platforms where I can find you. So thank you all for being here today. This was so much fun.
Thank you so much.
And listeners, I want you to remember we all have superpowers. You know, Maria, Alex, and Katherine all have superpowers that seem to work really, really well together. And they're creating something magical. Listeners, I have superpowers. And listen, you have superpowers as well. Please use them for good. And thank you for listening today to the Lead Like a Woman show, where we are passionate about empowering female leaders to empower others. And let me remind you one more time, your vibe attracts your tribe. So go find those people who lift you up.